Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you are all well and welcome to our Petplan Equine Championship video. Hopefully it's going to be a good one. I'm a little bit apprehensive, mainly because he was very sharp and spooky when I rode him last night, which he's not usually like, but it did give us a chance to work through it quietly at home. So I feel a tiny bit more prepared in that sense if he's like that again this year. But I would love for him to just have the result that he deserves. But obviously they're horses and he needs to go to these shows to get used to the atmosphere and being in different arenas. I'd say he's quite a nervous horse inside in particular. Like by himself, going away from all the others, he gets a little bit anxious. Not all the time, like in our local venues, he's quite confident, but going somewhere new, I do get that feeling with him. So hopefully we just need to keep going and doing these shows, but you never know, he might really surprise me and he might be amazing this year. You just don't know. So I will take you along and we can find out together. So I am just doing the stables at home. I've done 2, I have 3 more to do, including this one. But they were skipped out this morning, so they're not too bad. Mum is also packing the trailer as we wait. Oh my god, it's so bright outside. Yeah, she's sorting out the trailer and stuff while we wait, putting everything in. So we've done like shavings, hay. She's gone to fetch our bedding now. And so I'm going to finish doing these beds. Ruff's gone out for a few hours with the others. And then, yeah, we'll carry on packing everything up, making sure we've got everything. And then we'll get them back in and get ready to head off. Look what has just arrived in the post. I'm going to open it up before we go because I can't help myself. Oh, exciting. Expert navigator. We have arrived. We didn't stop once because it was just such a smooth journey, so we just kept going and now we're here. Ruff's been really good, so Mum's just gone to get our stable number and yeah, then we can go and unload him, obviously, get him off and settle him in. Hi Ruffy. Good boy. We have successfully arrived. Mum has gone to locate the stable now. Ruffy is fine, eating his hay. Yeah. Stand. You're saying hi to your new friends, are you? Good boy. So handsome. So Ruffy is all settled in. I have collected myself a smoothie. They have this amazing place at Arena UK, along with like the normal cafe. They have like a place where they do like donuts, milkshakes, smoothies. So I've got a smoothie, which does match. I've got changed. I am wearing Ancora Equestrian, my favourite. So yeah, I'm gonna go and ride Ruff now. My mum's headed around. Yeah, gonna go ride him. Hopefully he won't be as bad as he was yesterday at home. But we'll see. be an event horse if I wanted to. Good boy. Fall over. He was so good. He's just getting his jammies on. But yeah, he was so well behaved. I'm so pleased with him, and we're just about to do his dinner too. Good boy.
We've got a bit of mint in there and some rabbits.
Just done a little pyjama change for Ruffy. He's got his little neck on because it's really cold here, and it hasn't been recently. So, and he is clipped out now fully, pretty much apart from his leg. So we've upgraded his little rug. He's got a little light in his stable so that we can see him. And you're such a good boy. So good. His rug's huge though. His neck's enormous. Good boy, good boy. Friendies. Got friendies. Good boy. Hi guys, it is now, where's it gonna be? Today. It is now Sunday morning. I'm freezing. I have jumper, base layer, coat, thermals, leggings, socks, and I'm still cold. But it is what it is. So I am going to, well, I've got dressed. I'm going to get my hat and boots out. Mum's very kindly gone round to tack Ruff up for me while I got dressed because she was up ages before me. And yeah, going to go and do the arena walk, but I really need a wee, so I'm going to go there first. And yeah, hopefully he will behave himself. Hopefully he's had a good night's sleep. And then we'll have a very long wait for our test later. We have arena walked. I was just a bit disappointed with him because he was so good last night, obviously not in the indoor. And then he went to the arena walk this morning and it just like blew his brains again. He was like jogging, so I brought him out, did some of the stuff that I do with the groundwork and took him back in, and he was so much better. Oh, but I'm just like, just know it's not going to go that well. Like, which sounds stupid, but it's just so frustrating to keep getting to places like this and then we're never able to do what we do at home because he just gets so nervous and overwhelmed. Oh well, we'll see. Ruffy has come for a little pick of grass before his test later, but he doesn't really hang graze, so he just walks around for hours. Don't eat that. Boy. Good boy. But yeah, I'm going to do some groundwork with him I think as well, which we did earlier in the car park because he's very rude, he gets very anxious and he gets to this like heightened state of like not being able to cope. So I'm going to do a bit of groundwork with him. It's quite windy, but yeah, he's happy, just about. This neck is enormous, he looks ridiculous. But yeah, gonna do some groundwork and see how we get on. Good boy. He's now found an acceptable bit of grass to eat. He's really enjoying this, so hopefully this will just calm his brain because he's so hard he won't hang graze usually, so he just gets stuck in his stable all the time. So this is nice. You're a good boy. Good for him to come out and relax at these shows as well. He's a bit away from everything, but it's good for him to come out and be out in it, but learn that it's a nice experience and we have lovely grass and it's all good. It is time to plait the snuffler. I've undone his rug and his bib so I can find out his neck. I've got the plaiting wax from Smart Grooming and my comb and my bands obviously, and I'm just going to crack on and get it done. It's really windy, so I'm hoping that I can get in there and tame it. Got my trusty step too. Good boy. Good boy. Ruff is a literal angel to plait. Look at him going to sleep. Oh, distracted. Good boy. Love the pampering. plats are in. These two are quite bad in the first one, but I love the middle ones. Let's look from the other side. Oh, handsome. They're so ugly. He's just not got a thick enough mane at the bottom. Let's do a forelock then. Good boy. Ruffles just has a little forelock plait in. Show them. Because he wears a fly veil, so he doesn't need one. But the others, oh, I've got something in my eye. I'm so happy with. So handsome. You're a good boy. It's gonna be good. He says no. No, thank you. Good boy. I am just finishing getting ready. I actually feel really nervous. I want it so bad. Not like to win, but like I just want it so badly to go well. Because Ruff just deserves it. I absolutely adore him, and I just want everyone to know how amazing he is. Also, love this. But yeah, hopefully we can work together. Oh. Good boy. Oh. Is it fine? It's fine. I look a mess. It's winter, so we're just gonna allow it. I've ridden a few horses today as well, so that partially explains it too. It is the leftover helmet hair, but it's actually it's like a whole month after the Petplan championships. I tried to film a clip afterwards, and I've left a tiny bit of it in, but it was going nowhere. Every time I tried to talk about it, I just cried. So I thought I'd talk about it now to finish off the vlog so I can put it out there. So I am, having had the time to reflect back on it, actually so proud of Ruff. We completely got the warm-up, the holding, we managed to conquer the arena walk. The night before, he was perfect to ride. He was so good in the stable. And yeah, so we've conquered nearly all of it but those 4 minutes in the test. And to be honest, I'm actually really pleased because he wasn't spooky in the test. He was just very sharp. But although he was very sharp and very tense and a bit panicked, he stayed with me, if that makes any sense. Like, it sounds like stupid, but he did everything that I asked. Like, the canter work at the end of our test is notorious for us previously for going wrong. He's always like, he's a bit funny about like the surface and stuff at some places, and he just always seems to use that last opportunity. Like, he'll be perfect the whole way through, and then all of a sudden we'll just be on the last bit of canter before we halt, and he'll like spook and shoot off and do whatever. And we didn't do any of that. He still stayed with me. He tried so hard. And yeah, I think what makes it harder is last year he was bad in the warm-up, bad in the holding, bad in the test, spooked at absolutely everything in the test. And he somehow came out with like 70% last year and was in the top 10. And so this year I found that a really hard pill to swallow, given that he was in some ways, or a lot of ways, worse last year. That he came out this year and we had my worst score ever on any horse I've ever had, of 58%. So I mean, to have done dressage since 2014 and only just hit that low, I'd say we've survived quite a while. It was always going to happen. But yeah, I just think like I'm just really pleased with him. And those 4 minutes in that arena, I think a lot of it has to do with going away from the other horses. I think that's when the anxiety kicks in, and then at the moment we haven't found a way to like put a lid on that. So he just fizzes up and bubbles up, and there's not much you can do other than manage him. So yeah, I didn't necessarily agree with all the judges' comments. Some of them in particular, having watched the video back, I definitely don't necessarily agree with, but they obviously judged what they saw in front of them as they saw fit. So it is what it is. It was never going to be a winning test anyway when he was like that, so it doesn't matter at all. But yeah, I think just the only thing we can do now is just keep going to these shows and put him in that situation, and then hopefully the more he does it, the more it will just become like a very normal thing for him, because he is only 7, and because of COVID he's missed so much. Like, he did the under 25s and Arena UK last year and the Aero Festivals, but at our local venue, so that wasn't really a big thing for him, I don't feel. And then he did the Aero Festivals again this year and the under 25s, and then went back to Arena UK. So like 4 shows really, like bigger shows. It's just nothing. And like at Sheepgate, he's there for like the week, so he has that chance to build on it, and it's all outdoors apart from the one warm up. But obviously that's not a test environment, there's no real atmosphere in there, like it's all very calm. So yeah, I think there's a lot to work with moving forward. He's absolutely more than capable, and I know he is, which almost makes it even harder. Like, if he was just rubbish, like, do you know what I mean? But because he's so good, and I know that he's so more than capable of having the results, it just makes it quite a hard pill to swallow. And I was just afterwards, it took me like a week, I'd say, to bounce back. I was just so upset. And you know, when you get into that mindset, I'm trying not to do it, but I just couldn't help myself, where you're like almost like playing the victim. And I hate that I do that. But it's just so easy to do. And I was like, why does nothing ever come off for me? Like, that was just my mindset the whole time. I was like, why? Like, it's typical that this would happen. Like, it always happens. There's always something that stops the result from happening. But that's not true at all. We've had some really good results, so that's a complete lie. And it was just that instant like disappointment afterwards, I think, that kicked that off. I just felt like I'd let Ruff down a bit, and that like I let other people down as well, like his old owners and stuff, and like my family and things, who obviously support me. So I think that was where a lot of it came from too. I just felt really rubbish. But yeah. So we're over it now. We're a month down the line. He's doing amazing. He's training the changes. He's doing really good with those, but he still finds them so exciting. We did another medium and got 65% this time. So upped it 2% from last time. So he's more than capable of moving up a level as well. And it's all just like test riding now with the mediums to keep pushing forward. Went to Hartbury and went in their big indoor, but only by ourselves. We went for some research and we got to ride in it. So that was his first time in there, I believe. And he was really good in there, so we're going to take him there for some shows, because anyone that doesn't know, Hartbury's indoor is quite the atmosphere, and being a Hartbury student previously, I know how busy it can get in there with like students in term time watching and stuff. It gets manic. So yeah, I've rambled on for too long now, but thank you for watching. I hope you have enjoyed. It was a bit of a like not such a high one, like a bit of a low one really, but we move and we're moving forward, and it's all going to be great.